Jeff Bezos is an American entrepreneur who played a key role in the growth of e-commerce as the founder and chief executive officer of Amazon.com Inc., an online merchant of books and later a wide variety of products. He is currently, according to Forbes, the fifth wealthiest man in the entire world, with his billions and his personal net worth. So in this video, we're going to discuss the top 10 things you didn't know about Jeff Bezos. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Jeff Bezos' father was a circus performer. According to the 2013 biography of Jeff Bezos by Brad Stone, The Everything Store, Jeff Bezos in the age of Amazon, the now billionaire's biological father was a unicyclist and circus performer. When Stone tracked down Jorgensen to interview him for his biography, he had reportedly not seen his son in decades and hadn't realized he was his biological father. Jorgensen reached out to his son, and the two made amends, with Bezos telling him he harbored no ill will towards Jorgensen at all, according to Stone. Ted Jorgensen died on March 16, 2015, at the age of 71. Number 9. As a child, Jeff Bezos was a tinkerer and entrepreneurial. When Bezos was a toddler, he reportedly felt he was too old to sleep in a crib and managed to take it apart with a screwdriver by himself. Bezos grew up as a tinkerer and an entrepreneur. He turned his parents' garage into an engineering workshop, experimenting with electrical components. He even started his first business as a teenager, an educational summer camp for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. Even with his extracurricular passions, Bezos was an excellent student. He graduated from high school in Miami, Florida as valedictorian before beginning his undergraduate studies at Princeton University. As a child, Bezos was insatiably curious. He was always trying to figure out how things worked and why they did what they did. He also created his own inventions for fun and also for functionality, especially ones with a scientific and technological bent. Number 8. He started his first business when he was in high school. While he was in high school, Bezos launched his very first business, an educational summer camp for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders called the Dream Institute. According to Insider, Bezos and his girlfriend at the time both worked on the camp and charged its 6 attendees $600 per person. Prior to starting the camp, Bezos also worked at McDonald's for a summer. After graduating from Princeton University with a degree in computer science and electrical engineering, Bezos worked at several financial firms on Wall Street in New York City, including Vetelan investment firm D.E. Shaw, Insider previously reported. Bezos worked his way up to become D.E. Shaw's youngest vice president in 1990, but left 4 years later to launch an online bookstore. After launching a prototype of the Amazon website and asking 300 friends to beta test it, Bezos and a few early employees began developing software for the site in Bezos' garage. Number 7. Jeff Bezos almost named his company Cadabra instead of Amazon. Jeff Bezos originally wanted to give his company the more magical-sounding name, but was warned against doing so by Amazon's first lawyer, Todd Tarbert, according to a previous article by Insider. Tarbert explained that the name Cadabra sounded a little too similar to cadaver, especially over the phone. In the end, the founder and future billionaire went with Amazon, named after the largest river in the world, because he was building the largest bookstore in the world. Number 6. Bezos worked on Wall Street in the early 1990s. After graduating from Princeton University with a degree in computer science and electrical engineering, Bezos worked at several financial firms on Wall Street in New York City, including investment firm D.E. Shaw. Bezos worked his way up to become D.E. Shaw's youngest vice president in 1990, but left 4 years later to launch an online bookstore. While many of the men and women who work for Wall Street do so in the investment property or the banking game, Jeff Bezos did not. He actually worked in the technological field. He would build networks for international trade. He worked with some of the biggest companies in the world in New York, including Bankers Trust and Fidel. He was there for several years and graduated in 1986, but that is not what made him famous or what would launch him into the world he's currently in. Number 5. Bezos was a passenger in a helicopter crash in 2003. While on board the Aerospatiale Gazelle helicopter with his lawyer Elizabeth Correll, guide Ty Holland, and pilot Charles Bella, Bezos was involved in a serious helicopter crash in West Texas after wind blew the helicopter off course. The helicopter landed upside down in a creek and partially filled with water. Bella, Bezos, and Holland all escaped the wreck with only minor injuries. However, Corral suffered a broken vertebrae from the accident. Avoid helicopters whenever possible, Bezos told Fast Company in 2004. They're not as reliable as fixed-wing aircraft. Number 4. He has a truly terrifying vision of space colonization. The solar system could easily support 1 trillion humans, and if we had 1 trillion humans, we would have 1,000 Einsteins and 1,000 Mozarts, and unlimited, for all practical purposes, resources from solar power and so on. That's the world that I want my great-grandchildren's great-grandchildren to live in, Bezos said during a 2018 interview on why he considers Blue Origin the most important thing he's done in his life. By the way, I believe that, in that time frame, we will move all heavy industry off Earth, and Earth will be zoned residential and light industry, he continued. I can see it already. Jeff Bezos' descendants pulling a reverse Elysium with a vast empire of space sweatshops hidden away from the watchful eyes of pesky Earthling regulators. Number 3. He was one of the first investors in Google. One thing that really sets Jeff Bezos apart from the crowd is the fact that he was one of the very first people to invest in a little something called Google. He gave the startup $250,000 back in 1998 so that the company could work on making the internet something even more remarkable than it already was. When so many people decided that they would not invest in the company, he made the decision to do it, and has made millions off of his $250,000 investment in the past few decades. Number 2. Jeff Bezos runs his own privately funded rocket ship company, Blue Origin. The aerospace manufacturer and suborbital space flight services company was founded in 2000 and is headquartered in Kent, Washington, which is also Bezos' home state. Blue Origin believes that to preserve Earth, our home, for our grandchildren's grandchildren, we must go to space to tap its unlimited resources and energy, the company's mission statement reads. Bezos has always had an interest in space travel. In his high school valedictorian speech, he even talked about wanting to set up human space colonies so that the planet Earth could be kept as a nature preserve. That idea may sound a bit out there, but Bezos is still setting his sights on space travel. He founded Blue Origin in 2000 with the goal of making spaceflight feasible and affordable. He's kept the company in pretty hush-hush, and there's a lot still in development. Number 1. In his childhood, Bezos also built an electric alarm to keep his siblings out of his room. A few years after trying to make a real bed out of his crib, Bezos turned his parents' garage into a science laboratory. There, he succeeded in rigging an electric alarm with parts purchased from Radio Shack, an interesting fact about Jeff Bezos. This device would work as a security system for his room, keeping unwanted trespassers like his half-siblings, Christina and Mark Bezos, out of it. He made a number of other things at the garage-turned-lab, including cooking contraptions from an umbrella. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.